Exit out the menu. Oh, I'm dead. We're playing Ace Attorney. Yes. Yes. I'm now a lawyer. This will be fun for me. Oh yes. I thought this was the loading screen, guys. Gasp. Damn it, why me? I can't get caught now like this. I gotta find some. Whoa, I did so fast and something like him. I make it look like he did it. August 3rd, 1947. Lobby number 2. Boy, am I nervous. Right. Oh, hiya, Chief. Phew, I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed that everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons why I became attorney. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help out any way I can. I really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over. My life's everything. It's all over. Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's him. Death, despair. Oh, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna die. Sounds like he wants to die. Yeah, sigh. Nick. Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. I'm finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell who took my baby away. The person responsible for your girlfriend's death. The newspaper says it's you. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts, my best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. In the 23 years I've known him, he's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know him better than anyone, that he's a good guy at heart. That, and I owe him one, which is why I took the case to clear his name. And that's what I'm going to do. August 3rd, 10 a.m. District Court Room Number 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it? Yes, Your Honor. I'm a little nervous. You conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge for your client's sake. I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Gulp. Hands shaking. eyesight fading. The test will consist of very simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. The defendant, well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits around you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me what's the victim's name. Well, I'm glad I know this one. I'm glad I read the case for to cover somebody. Wait, no, I forgot to join him. Oh, of course. Okay. I'm begging you. Cindy. Correct. Tell me, what was the cause of death? She died from blunt trauma. She was struck by once by a blunt object. How do we know it was a once? Correct. You answered all of my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. Okay. Let's get this. You seem very much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor, please. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's true. Well then. First, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. As Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was? The murder weapon was this statue of the thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see the court accepts it into evidence. Statue added to the court evidence. Oh, we got the fucking statue. It's rather fucking heavy, bro. Okay, we got it. Right. Please be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. The evidence, the only ammunition you have in the court. You just have to check the court record frequently. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Alright, so, like, the best thing is for him to say absolutely fucking nothing, mate. Uh-oh. There he is, Sighty. This could be bad. Ahem. Mr. Butts, it is not true. Is it not true that the victim had recently done you? Hey, watch it, buddy. We were great here. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Anthony. Didn't they? All that. She was just taking my phone. Wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me ever. What's it to you anyway? What you describe is generally what we mean by dumb. In fact, she completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies, all of it, lies. I don't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris the day before she died. The victim apparently arrived home from Paris at 7:30 the day before the murder. Passport added to the court record. Indeed, she appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. Yikers. SDs, let's go. Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Damn, what kind of lifestyle this bitch got? Dude! We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right? I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth and all along. Should I? My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. The question is irrelevant to the case. Oof! Wings! Dude, Nick! What do you mean irrelevant? That cheating dog. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna die jump dead. Yeah, and I meet her going to the bottom of this. Clap. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone. Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's house, victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Gulp! Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Oh, he went. What do I do? Stop him from answering. Lie like a dog. What the fuck does... Who the fuck says that? Well, it's like this. I don't remember. You don't remember. Well then, we'll just have to remind you. We have a witness that can prove he did go to the victim's apartment then. Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness? The man who found the victim's body just before the gruesome discovery. Wouldn't they, like, be questioning the guy that found the body of the day of the murder? Like, isn't he the suspect, though? Okay. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspaper at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit to the stand. Mr. Sawit, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct? Ah, yes, newspapers, yes. Mr. Sawit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court that what you saw on the day of the murder. Witness account. I was going to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there. A woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the policeman immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. Okay, so her phone was over here, and then I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. 1 p.m. So he remembers 1 p.m., but she died at 7 p.m., if I remember right. Time of death, 4 to 5 p.m. So her time of death was between 4 to 5 p.m. But the question is it possible for someone to be bleeding out of death for more than... I'm suspicious of this man. The man who ran out felt like I was the defendant sitting right over there. Why wasn't the phone's victim? There was a blackout in the building. Phones supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawit used was one of those. What? Your Honor. I have a record of a blackout for your perfusal. Blackouts from noon to 6 p.m. of the day of the crime, okay? Mr. Right, yes, yes, Your Honor. You may bring your cross-examination. This is the deal. You're supposed to do what? Client is innocent, right? Then the witness must have lied in his testimony, or is your client really guilty? Hold the key, it's in your evidence. Compare the evidence to the testimony in your hand. there's bound to be a contradiction. First, find contradictions between the court's record and the witness testimony. Then, what you found the contradicting evidence. Present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay, press tab and then point out the contradictions in the testimony. How do I open the court record? Okay. Witness account. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry. He left the door half open behind him, thinking it was strange. I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lie. I'm moving dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in the apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park to police on the phone. I remember the time. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran outside was left out. That's all. Unless we got busy. Reveals there's kind of understand. Hey, how exactly are the evidence and the statement just there? Wait, what? Okay, so there had to be an objection. This is when I saw a man he left the door half open behind him. I looked inside the apartment and I saw her lying there. Then I felt in fright and found myself unable to go inside. Public phone. It was 1 p.m. But the 1 p.m. is the most sus thing to me. Do I have to press tab? And then press it? Oh, that's how you do it. Okay. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes that the time of death at sometime after 4 p.m. There was nobody to find her at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Man's sweating. This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. I've just told us when I find out how to believe. Mr. Seller, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. Good job, Mr. Right? Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See one, and the whole story falls apart. Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? Time for discovery. Damn, they just move up a whole 2 weeks? Are we just doing discoveries now? Okay. You see, I found the body. I heard the time. There was a voice saying that the time. It was probably coming from the television. What the fuck? Oh, but it was 3 hours. Wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of the tape earlier. That's why oh, motherfucker, this is literally part of the blackout. What? I thought about this misunderstanding. Would you make Simon the witness? I got this. And there was a voice saying, it was probably coming from the television. watching a video of a taped program. Saying is probably coming from. Okay, this is where you say this. It was a blackout, right? Objection! Hold it right there. The prosecutor said there was a blackout time of the discovery. This is the record proves it. Bros caught. Couldn't have heard a television or a video. Gag! I will irk. Defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sawit? No, I find it quite puzzling myself, quite. Wait! I remember now, Mr. Sawit, the court preferred to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. The constant corrections are harming your credibility. That and you rather seem distraught. Many apologies, Your Honor. Or just been the shock of finding the body. Well, very well, Mr. Sawit. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Bro's sweating. Actually, I didn't hear it the time I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment that wasn't there. The murder weapon used... the murder weapon, the killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. Defense may cross-examine gladly. I didn't actually hear it. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment. There was a table clock in the apartment. What? There was a table clock in the apartment. Wasn't there? Okay. Objection! Wait a moment! Wasn't it a clock? It was the statue now. How is this supposed to be? Your objections and your just who do you think you are? Just answer the questions. I saw it there. Okay, there's a clock. If I may, yes, Mr. Pink, as the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. And it doesn't look like a clock. I submitted it as a statue. My apologies. I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears the witness testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with it? No. Wait, do I have any problems with his testimony? Yes. It's a gaping hole in the witness. Known the weapon was a clock. It is to hold it in his hand. The witness testified he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because when you're lying. You were inside the apartment the day of the murder. Oh yeah, prove it I went in there. I do better than that. I can prove that you're the one that killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock voice. And that was the sound you heard. Over in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sawit, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. What was the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. What am I supposed to do? Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day, I never looked at the clock. I never... This bro threw a toupee. Shut up, I hate you. Why do you throw a toupee? It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her, and he should burn. Burn, give him death. Order in the court, I say. Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims. Mr. Wright, Your Honor. You claim the sound of the witness heard from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I better think about it. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Sawit was definitely this clock. In fact, which is clear if you simply outside turning. Let's sound the clock now. Here, Your Honor, may I have the clock? I asked the court to listen to it. It's certainly strange to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker after all. So we heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. White? Mr. King, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. As you see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawit heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sawit, try to talk your way out of this one. Ha 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 ha, you forgot one thing. Oh, what's he talking about? While it may seem like the clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours late on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, then you don't have a case. Then how am I going to prove that? Damn it, I was so close. Mr. Wright, it seems like you like to score your back. Yes, Your Honor. Which means I cannot let you indict the witness, unfortunately. Since the crown's on for Mr. Sawit. Damn. Did I fuck up? Oh, right here, look what happens. Like a criminal. Those are all slimes. Sorry, Larry, I failed you. There's nothing I can do about this now. Not so fast, Mr. Sawit. I mean, Chief. I mean, Chief. Listen up, right? Don't throw this one away. Not like this. But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking outside the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reasons and you'll have your proof, right? Oh, this is weird to say. Right? Can you think of a reason that why the clock could be 3 hours slow? Of course. Wait, maybe I can prove it. You have evidence somehow that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it. Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running so the day where have you found evidence supporting this claim? Of course, there is a piece of evidence supports that can prove that claim. Tougher. Let's see if you can pull this one. Let's see the evidence. I mean, I would have to do this. Alright, but this is not your side. Think of this. My bad! The victim had returned from abroad the day before the murder. As we know, the time difference between here and here is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim had reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her in the head, the problem was wrong. Proof enough of Mr. Star, or should I say, Mr. Proof enough for you, Mr. Saw. Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Order in the court, I say. Well, I got my attorney badge. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness. He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly and find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds defendant Mr. Larry Butts not guilty. And with that, this court is adjourned. Turns out that Frank Sod was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were in and out of the house. And that day, when Larry went to the apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Saw let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Saw grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m. District Defendant Lobby number 2. Phew, I can't believe we won. Right, good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial, and on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. Though I just showed my badge. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over! Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Oh, Nick, don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good, wait, no, I mean bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Whitney's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was... never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry! Yes, I can practically see the headlines. Harry Butts innocent. Thanks. I really owe you. Isn't his name Larry? I won't forget this ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat. Oh no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh hey. Here, take this. It's a present. This dude's giving me the murder weapon. What a guy. A present for me? Wait, was evidence? Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really, you made this? Thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick, can you believe it? I was so into this bro. This girl just died, and he's like, I'm fucking into another girl. What a guy. And she was playing me for a fool. Don't make you wanna just cry, sob, Larry. Are you so sure? Squeeze me? I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me, that's okay. Oh, I'm not sympathizing really. Isn't that right? Right. Bro, why the fuck would you say this? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him, huh? Oh yeah, right. Right, what the heck is she talking about? Wait, I hope you see the importance of that. Just showed him the fucking stupidest thing. My badge! Hopefully you realize changing depending on how you look at them. People too. You never know if your clients are guilty. All we can do is believe in them. In order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? I guess so. Say, how about dinner on me? We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Yeah, speaking of Harry, if you're saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him, yeah, part at least. You have to tell more about it. Sometime maybe over drinks. Oh my gosh, he's flirting. So my first trial came because Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends. I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us unless you count the clock he gave me." I didn't know it then, but the clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. The end.